applying? How did you decide? And questions. We will
Yeah.
take questions from the audience as well.
Yeah.
Firstly, congratulations. I think you have great admits from Sunny Buffalo, Stony Brook, Arizona State University for CS. So,
Mm.
yeah, why don't you start off by introducing yourself?
Hello guys, I'm Sushant. I came to masters last fall 22. I'm currently pursuing masters in UB computer science, and I did my bachelor's in India in NIT Patna. After that, I worked for a couple of years at Samsung as an mobile R&D engineer. Then I decided to come for masters. This is my professional journey.
Thank you so much for that intro, Sushant. So, just to set the tone of the conversation, let's talk about your education first, right from your 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and then,
Yeah.
how did your undergrad go on, and then probably more about your work experience and when did you start actually thinking about your master's and how was your application process throughout.
Okay. Uh,
Meanwhile, guys, if you have any questions, please put them on the chat box. Once we have like couple of questions, I will definitely get Sushant answer them for you. So yeah, Sushant, to start off with, were you in a what school were you in, and how were your grades during
so
school?
yeah, so in school, like I was in like I'm from East Godavari, Andhra Pradesh.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to study in my village only. Like my grades were good because my grades were good, but that's like it's not a national international school or something like that. It's just a local school, and there are only a few students there. But after
Mm-hmm.
that, I for 11th and 12th, I went to uh, one of the like I went to another local college only. But when I am in my 11th and 12th, like I decided to go to NIT Patna, NIT basically, and um uh, I wanted to pursue my bachelor's in either NIT or IIT or something like that. So that set my tone there. So I prepared for mains and I advanced in a way that I wanted to get a seat there. So hopefully I got a seat at NIT Patna. Then after that, like after going to NIT Patna, like it's different. Like there's no one to um, like there's no one to tell you to study. There's no one to tell you like what you can do and what you can't do.
Got it. There's so
Unlike
much of freedom while you're
yeah, there's
when
so
you're
much
in
of freedom.
college. Yeah.
Yes. So it took a while to get going, like to understand like what to get a while after that, after the freedom. So then when I'm in my second year, like I
Got
decided
it.
to pursue.
So, actually, like before we move forward, I just want
Mhm.
to understand: was engineering your primary choice, or like were you like very fixed about yes, I want to do engineering? How did that idea come in?
No, I am very much fixed about I wanted to engineering from my childhood because I was very interested in electronics and stuff, like mainly breaking stuff, not fixing
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Got
So
it.
uh, yeah, so I was very fixed about it. I didn't have any other thing in my head. Like even from my childhood, from my seventh or eighth, I was very fixed about it.
Got it. What was your mains rank?
It was about 16,000 around, I think.
Got
14
it.
to
And
16,000.
got it. And your undergrad was in electronics and communication.
No, it
It
was
was
from information technology.
information technology. Got it. So you were very sure about taking information technology also, like computer science, information
Yeah, computer
technology.
science. Yes, yes, computer science.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, how was your time at college? Um, you know, how did you manage your academics and all the other extracurriculars on the campus?
So it was good. Like there were a lot of opportunities there in NIT Patna, uh, so much opportunities that I often used to confuse that what I should be doing this or I should be doing that. But initially, at the start, like I did not focus a lot on my academics. So my grades in the initial years, my grades were hit. But after that, I got to know that I need to be focusing on academics as well.
Mm-hmm.
Even for master's applications, like CGPA plays a major. I got to know that CGPA plays a major role.
Mm-hmm.
So I I thought like I got back on track by getting good grades and all. So I used to attend hackathons, and I used to attend few clubs at the university regarding computer science and AI and all.
Got it. So, can you talk to me more about the clubs you were part of and how did they help you in your application journey?
During my bachelor's, some of the clubs I were part of were like artificial AI and data science clubs and these hackathon clubs mostly. So
Mm-hmm.
they help you like from these clubs I gained experience and I built some projects and also which I can mention in the university like in my applications in the SOP and resume and all. Like knowing that like they help you get a experience relevant experience kind of stuff. Like even though you don't have any professional experience and you are directly coming to masters from bachelor's, like you can include them as part of your experience.
Got it. Okay. Like, so did you start working on the projects right from your first year?
No, I started about like in my fourth semester after in my fourth and fifth semester, like mostly in my third year.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
did you, publish any research papers when you were in your undergrad?
No, no,
No.
I did not.
Got it. Okay. So, yeah, anything more you want to share about your undergrad journey?
Uh, yes, initially, like I thought, like I can go to masters directly, after my undergrad, like I can directly without any professional experience. But the year I graduated, like it was also the COVID and all. So because of that, I had to get a job and I worked for a couple of years. So I suggest that is a good, like I felt that is a good thing, and I suggest that getting a experience helps you in your masters.
So yeah, that's I think, a lot of people will be in dilemma, right? Like, should I directly go for
Mm.
my masters after undergraduation, or should I get some work experience and then go? Now that you have been almost an year on campus, and I'm sure you have like a lot of other classmates who
Yeah.
who came directly after their undergraduate, or who actually have more than work experience than you have. So what do you think? Like, do you think work experience helps? Do you think a fresh grad out of college also can apply? So, what do you think are the pros and cons of both the situations?
Uh, I think work experience definitely helps.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it also depends on what you have done in your undergrad. Like, let's say if your undergrad, like you are confident in your undergrad that you can build some real world projects and all, you have enough hands on that you can come to masters and you can compete here. You can directly come into masters, but if you are not confident, like you can build something on your own from scratch, I think work experience will help.
Got it. So from my understanding, you're telling that work experience will actually, rather than in the academics when you're doing your masters, it will actually help you further when you're actually trying to find an internship or a full time, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. So yeah, coming to your applications, right? So when did you give your GRE, and if yes, when did you give your GRE?
Yes, I gave GIE and I think at September end, I gave my GIE at September end.
During your undergrad or after your undergrad?
No, after my undergrad, like before, like I started master's applications like in 2021 June, around June, and I
Mm-hmm.
started preparation for GIE around then only during my undergrad. Like I wasn't sure about masters in US. I
Mm-hmm.
am only sure about I want to pursue masters, but I haven't decided whether in India or in US. So after like while I was working, I decided I want to pursue masters in US. So I gave it. I started my preparation in June 2021, and I gave it in September.
Got it. Again, I'm assuming that when you were actually preparing for your GRE, you were working full time.
Yes, I was
So,
working full
how
time.
did you manage your GRE prep and your full time? And then, what were the resources that you actually used? And before all of that, what was your GRE score?
Oh, yeah, my GI score was about 329.
Oh, that's great. So, how did you
Mhm.
manage your full time work and also your GRE prep? What resources did you use, and what did you find helpful?
So I used few resources from Magoosh, and there were a lot of free resources online. Like I did not enroll in any paid courses and all, but I took the tests in ETS website that they were offering, and also like mostly those ETS tests, and there were few free resources in YouTube. And after work, I used to prepare for about 3 hours every day, consistently. That helped.
Got it. Great. So, by September, you gave your GRE. And
Yes.
when did you give your English proficiency exam? Either TOEFL
Yeah,
or
I gave to
IELTS?
a TOEFL at October end. And after my GRE, I prepared for TOEFL for about 1 month. Uh, so I gave it at October end.
Got it. Okay. So, when did you actually start, researching about colleges? So,
Researching about colleges and all, I started in April 2021.
mm-hmm.
So like before I started my GI preparation and all, I started like shortlisting the universities, like shortlisting the courses, shortlisting like I started filtering out like what helps me, like what I want, what I don't want, like what courses are going to really help me, what courses I like and all. So I started it about in April.
Got it. So this is one thing we actually stress a lot at Gradvine, right? Like a lot
Yes.
of people just come to us and say, you know what, we'll actually start the entire application process, looking at your programs, looking at universities right after my GRE. But I think it's very important that you actually start your prep before giving your GRE, because you have a solid idea about what universities to attend, what programs to look at, and also after your GRE, you can submit your scores to 4 universities for free, which will save you a lot of money.
Yes, and also like let's say if you selected a few universities where GI is not mandatory at all, then
Mm-hmm.
in that case there's no need to give GIE even, like because nowadays like a lot of universities are not even are not stressing on GRE. Like some are asking it's mandatory, so you will get a clear idea as well.
Correct. Yeah. So that is something that I think, it's very important that we actually know what we are going to uh, pursue before we actually start giving our standardized tests and all of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what factors did you consider while looking at the programs while finalizing the universities?
The factors like first thing, like I filtered out like what course I want to do. Like I wanted to do computer science. So like I like initially my list included about 40 or 50 universities. Like I went to all of their websites, and I considered like I researched the research that they are doing at the university, and how professors are, like how what courses I want to attend in that university and all. Like so I feel like I mainly one of the main point like while filtering the college is that uh, the flexibility of the courses mainly.
Okay. So, like, what do you mean by flexibility? Were you looking like,
Flexibility.
electives?
Yeah, electives, like how many mandatory courses like I should be taking that were pre-decided, and how many courses that I can choose myself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay. So initially, when you were actually having 20, 30 universities, did you follow any ranking? I mean, this is just out of curiosity because a lot of students blindly follow the US ranking, all of these rankings, top 20, top 30, top 40. Do you think that list makes sense for us as internationals?
Um, like it it's good to look at them, but like let's say if you are looking at top 20, even your profile should also match align with those top 20 universities. Like
Mm-hmm.
you should be selling them why they should be hiring, why should be they taking you into their program.
Mm-hmm.
So like it will help, but also it is not always about the rankings, because rankings are let's say like rankings does not include the placement opportunities or career outcomes out of the universities. So mainly rankings are mainly based out of research, what kind of research and what kind of publications the university has been doing. And
Mm-hmm.
I think like a lot of most of the students that are coming to masters like are for career career point of view. So it's good to look at in that point of view rather than like ranking point of
Got it. Okay. So now that we actually spoke about GRE, we have one question from Sagar. He wants to know, did you attend GRE? If yes, what was your score and did this help you getting there? Did you get any scholarship? Did your
No.
experience help in getting there? How many years of experience you had?
I have 2 years of experience, but I did not get any scholarship, and no, JIE did not help in any like for scholarship and all. But moreover, like in all most of the universities that I got admit, like JIE is not mandatory. It's just you can give the score. That's it.
Got it. Okay. But again, I don't think GRE score is something that that will make or break the situation. It's not like it's going to get you an admit or a reject. But I
Yes,
definitely think if there is some kind of, if you're having like a low GPA or a backlog or something, a high GRE score would compensate it
score
for
will
a
help. Yeah.
right? Great.
Yep, that
Uh,
helps. Like if your GPA is low, then having a good GI score will help.
what was your CGPA, Sushant?
My CGPA was 7.8.
That's great. So yeah, talking about the applications, right? Now that you have gotten your tests out of the picture, you gave your test, and so when did you actually start? And I understand you started your research about the universities right in April. So I'm hoping by June you had finalized your list.
No, it took me a while finalizing. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think like I finalized the list about at October. By the end of my TOEFL, I finalized 4 or 5 universities, but mining universities like I finalized them by October.
Okay, so did you start working on your essays and all of that in the October or before that only?
Yes, in the October, like I started after my GIE, working on essays and all.
Got it. Could you please walk us through that journey of yours?
Yes, so like writing an SOP and like a letter of recommendations and all, like those are new to me, and I think those are new to most of us, like in India.
Correct.
So before starting, like I talked to few people on the internet and on LinkedIn and all. I reached out to a few people who are at the who are already pursuing masters and all, like what their SOP is like, how they how they are managing, like how did they write their SOP, what is the flow of it, like what kind of things that should be included in SOP and all. So before starting the writing of SOP, like I started like first of all I prepared a flow, like what should be the first paragraph be, like what should be the second paragraph, and like I also used Gradvine, like it helped me a lot, like in finalizing like how the flow should be.
Correct. So Your first draft, how many words was it, and how many iterations did it actually take for you to get to your final draft?
I think it took about 15 iterations. Like I used to, every couple of days, I used to change my SOP, like a paragraph or two. And my first draft was about 2 pages long. And like I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to include everything I can in that. From there on, from there on, like everything I can put in, like I wrote it, and from there on, I started modifying each and every paragraph. I started removing the content uh, that was unnecessary. And finally, like when I like it when it came to one page, like which is mostly suggested, then I started modifying the content, like making it sound professional and all. So it took me a while, like it took me a couple of months to finalize my SOP.
Mm-hmm.
And
Um,
but even after even after that, like it should be even like tailored to specific university. So every time I'm applying for every application that I was putting in, like I was changing a paragraph or two in
go-
the SOP.
Got it. Correct. So we actually have a question about the SOP. So they're asking how can we make the most of the work experience in SOP? I don't have much to talk about other than two undergrad projects and hoping to make work experience the start point of why should I get an admit. Will this approach work? How much of the SOP should I dedicate to my work experience and how technical it should be?
Uh, it can be fairly technical, but highlighting just the work experience is not going to help because Um, while I was writing my SOP, I used to when I was researching the university, I used to find a specific research that was being going on in the university and link it with my work experience, how it can align with my experience and how I can contribute to their research if I'm a part of the university. So, like even this approach was suggested to me from few people who came to masters before me, so that they can see why you want to go to that university and why how you can help them and how they can help you. So I think this approach helps. Like you can, and also regarding like how much space, I think you can dedicate like like 1/4 of your SOP to work experience and projects, like relevant experience and such.
So in the technical paragraphs of your SOP, how many projects did you talk about? How many internships did you talk about? And I'm sure you have only one work experience. So.
Yes, so I have one work experience and one internship. I talked about both, but mostly like my internship and work experience, they align themselves. So I am gonna count both of them as one. And
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, I talked about couple of projects based on like during my undergraduate, like that, like when that aligns with the specific university. Like in few SOPs, I only elaborated one project. If it really is in, like if it really aligns with some of the research that's been going on in the university, mentioning the professor names and their like what they have been doing and how I can help like how it aligns with what I am thinking of doing.
Got it. And did you also include about your extracurriculars, that is your participation in hackathons and other clubs in your SOP?
Yes, I did. Like at the end, like such things like yes, I actually did because those help a lot. Like let's say extracurriculars like these US what can I say? Like I included those hackathons and all, and also like you can even include other extracurriculars such as like if you are part of any sporting clubs and all, or any uh other drama clubs and all. Like those help in your admit because the university knows you are not just about computer science and you are also have few fun things.
Correct, got it. Thank you so much. I think we have a follow-up question. What should other three-fourth of the SOP ideally contain if projects and experience take up only one-fourth?
Okay, so usually like on an Outlook, I divide it into four parts. Like first one will be introduction, introducing introduction about you and all. And then the second paragraph is your journey until your bachelor's and all. Like how did you choose your bachelor stream and what did you do in bachelor's and all. And then work experience and relevant experience kind of stuff, including your projects and all. And then in the final part, like conclusion, where uh, you can highlight uh, this part will be tailored to specific university, where you can highlight the uh, your interest in the university and why they should be giving you an admit.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much for your inputs on SOP. So coming to LORs, right? So how many LORs did you take? Typically, I'm sure every university you applied to require three LORs. So how many
Yes.
academic, how many professional did you take?
So I took two academic, if there are three LORs required, I took two academic and one professional. In case of four LORs, I took two professional and two academic. So I reached out to the professors in university, like under whom I did my undergraduate projects and all. So they gave me LORs, and from professional LOR, I took it from my team lead.
Got it. So professional, I think it's no-brainer that usually people take it from their managers or team lead.
Yeah,
But coming
yeah,
to academic, I know a lot of students get confused about like, should I take it from an HOD who did not actually teach me? Should I take it from the principal because they have that designation? Or should I take from a professor who actually taught me and, who guided me for my project? So what do you think? Does the designation really matter, or should the LORs be taken from people who have actually known us for long enough to justify?
I suggest that we should be taking from people who we have known long enough. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I did because, they can, like, in case if you are going to a professor who you did not know, and he also doesn't know you,
Mm-hmm.
that LOR doesn't gonna contribute much. And it's like most of the times the professor will be like saying that you give me an LOR and I'll sign it and send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's not going to help because I suggest that going to a professor whom you have done your works under for taking the LOR.
Yeah, I completely agree, right? Like if you're taking an LOR from a professor or an HOD who actually did not teach you or who was not associated with you for anything, you will literally have nothing to write in the LOR. It's
Yes,
going to be very, very generic.
yes, it's going to be very generic. It's just the normal template that we use for suggesting. So that's not gonna sound good.
Correct. So yeah, I think we have one question about LORs, which says, should LORs be technical or just highlight soft skills and ability to learn?
They can be technical, some LOR, there's no specific guideline on how LOR should be sounding. Like they can be fairly technical, stating that I've been doing these works and all. Like I've been good with the student is good with these particular frameworks and all. And like even though it can even be fairly about soft skills, like how he's uh, how he's good at learning and how he's quickly adaptable and all things like that.
Correct. So I think, it should be blend of both technical and also your soft
Yes.
skills. So basically, if you're giving like an adjective saying Sushant is hardworking, dedicated, XYZ, I think backing it up with an example is really important,
Yes.
which actually makes a strong LOR.
Hmm.
Great. So yeah, LORs, SOP, resume, all of this done. So when did you actually start applying, and how many universities did you apply to?
So, I started applying by November mid, like by November 1st or second week, I got my LORs from the professor. Like I reached out to them and they were happy to provide me. So I started applying from in November mid. Uh, and I think I applied to about 9 universities. I think, yeah, as far as I remember, like about 9 universities.
By any chance, do you remember the names of the universities?
Uh, yes, like I can name most of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, the apart from the four admits, I got like UB, Stony Brook, KSU, and University of Maryland, and I applied to Texas A&M,
Mm-hmm.
NCSU. Next, I applied to CMU, and uh, what else? I can't recall others.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. So you have four admits
Yeah,
out of
one other
these.
is UCLA. UCLA, I applied to UCLA.
Got it. So you got four admits out of these.
Yes.
I am just very curious to know. So, what made you choose University of Buffalo at Sunny, over Stony Brook?
The program, even though I applied for computer science, I did not get admit for computer science in the Stony Brook. So I thought like I wanted computer science more than the university. So
Got it. So now you're at the university, and so how much do you think the computer science tag is important? Like there are a lot of other courses like MIS, SE, which are very very similar to computer science. So
yes, I mean, the computer science tag, it's important. I feel like after coming here, I have done few projects. I think those projects are going to help my career, and also because of those projects, I learned a lot. So, but when it comes to other courses such as MIS, there is MIS course in UB, like it's just a 9 month course, and though MIS did not have the projects that computer science people have, so their courses are fairly like they aren't technical as computer science. So I
mhm,
think like if you want to skill up yourself, if you want to try new frameworks and new libraries in computer science, like in software, I think computer science helps you in to skill up and increase your learning curve.
got it.
It's
Okay.
basically it's personal opinion. Are you willing to skill up, or like how much you want to uh, spend time in in the academics, and how much you want to spend time in the like in preparing for job opportunities and all.
Got it. Okay. Um, so we have one question from Chanakya. He wants to know, hi Sushant, as you are in the grad school already, what are the least scores that you saw getting into the university? Do you think students can enter into college even without a minimum cutoff score?
Minimum cutoff score of GIE.
So I'm assuming the question he wants to ask is like, what is the minimum GRE, minimum CGPA that you saw people
Uh,
getting in? And is there any like hard cutoff?
GIE. There's no hard cutoff because there are a lot of people who did not have GIE, and who did not even like give GIE and got into the college. And as far as GPA goes, I even see people who have a CG of about 6.6 and still got an admit at the university. So I don't think if you can back it up with relevant work experience, and it is not going to matter that much if you back it up with relevant experience alone.
Got it. And another question we have is, how much is the overall fee for 2 years? And I believe you're also doing part time. Is it helping you with the fees? Are you working part time teaching assistant? How did you get the opportunity? Is it available to all or something else?
Okay, so I mean here the fee is like for 2 years, like we need to enroll in like entire during our masters, like we need to complete 30 credits, and each credit is going to take about $1,100. So the fee will be 30 times 1,100, like the college fee. Apart from that, living expenses and all are a different story. And yes, I am doing part time. During my first semester, like I did not get any part time, but in my second semester, I got part time in library. Now I'm working as a research assistant. Uh, but it comes through networking. Like in college, you need to apply. Like they, you should be going through the websites, and you should be going through the professors and all. Like asking them if they have any open opportunities for working and all. Um, Something like that. So. Before selecting the university, even the part-time plays a major role as in some universities it is very easy to get part-time. In some universities it is difficult. Like I say, UB is on the difficult side for getting part-times. So before coming here, you need to you need to research regarding like how are you definitely want to like do you definitely want a part-time for here, or is that's like is it okay if you have or do not have part-time? So I suggest like researching this as well before selecting the university.
Got it. Thank you so much for that answer, Sushant. So, can you actually walk us a little bit more on your research assistantship journey? Like, how did you reach out? How did you get the opportunity?
Okay, so like during my during my first semester, I uh, I reached out to sorry during my first semester I reached out to few professors like regarding if they have any opportunity on if they have any opportunity for working on like if they have any projects where I can work on. So during my first semester, like I started as an unpaid research assistant where I used to work uh, uh as an unpaid assistant. Then like I continued there for a couple of months and all. After that he offered me paid position. So even you need to reach out only thing is you need to reach out to the professors and all for getting such opportunities definitely. And that's what I can say, like you through networking only you can get these opportunities.
Got it. Okay. So, were you doing an internship in your summer semester, or you were doing an RA?
No, actually I'm doing both.
Okay. Okay. Can you
Y-
explain how that works?
yes, that works as we know, during our full-time semesters like fall and spring, we can like international students can only work for 20 hours per week. It
Correct.
should not like exceed that limit. So
Correct.
during my normal summer spring, so in whereas when comes to summer semester, they can work until 40 hours per week, and like they can work until. So I divided I am doing 20 hours of RA-ship and 20 hours of internship.
Got it. So can you talk more about your internship? Which company are you placed at? What is your role, and how did you get that internship?
I mean, I applied through Handshake, like it's similar to Indeed and all here. So I am working currently at DR Research, like it's a data science internship, where I'll be working on few projects and I will be mentoring few students. And like I applied it, like I got it very late, in May, and like I got it around in the mid of May. Like I applied through Handshake, and it's a data science internship.
Got it. Okay. So you'll be interning until August?
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, I'll be interning until like August 12th is my last date.
Got it. Okay. So are you graduating in December or next May?
I'm graduating in December. Basically, like this, you, the colleges in the State University of New York, you'll be enrolling for 12. Like as I said, there'll be 30. You need to finish for completing your master's. You need to finish 30 credits,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a prior requirement of each semester you need to take at least 12 credits in
Mm-hmm.
your first semester. Like at apart, like if you have RAship or uh, a teaching assistantship, you can reduce the course load to 9 credits, but you need to take 12 credits. So um, for in fall semester I have 12 credits, and in spring semester I have 12 credits, and I am left with 6 credits in the final semester. So like one thing I'll suggest you is before coming to masters, you need to research about this as well. Like how many credits I should be taking in each semester, and how long does the course is going to take. So like my course is going to finish in 1.5 year. Like if you want to definitely go to a 2 year courses, not 1.5 year, you need to research about this as well before coming to the university.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I think pretty much I covered like your entire application journey. Um, if you guys have any other questions, please put it on the comment section. Meanwhile, Sushant, is there something else that you would want to share with us?
Uh, yes, one thing I can share is like regarding the before before starting the application procedure, I like one suggestion I can give is like uh, note down it's good to note down our specific requirements. Like after coming to masters, like what are your requirements from masters? Like after masters and during masters as well. If you are coming to masters like for a job opportunity, consider the colleges, consider the only for specific, only for job opportunities, and you are not too much into academics and all. So consider the colleges where the course load is a little bit on the lesser side, not hectic and all. And also, if you definitely want to do part time during your masters, and like is part time is part-time and if you do not want to do part-time and all, so consider these are some of the criteria. Like I'll suggest that you note down your criteria, whether you want part-time or not, whether you want what do you want from the masters. That will help you in selecting the university.
Correct. And I 100% agree with you because, a lot of people say, okay, because this is the background I have, I want to do this in masters. But that's not how it works, right? You will have
Yes,
to
yes.
work backwards. What is that you would want to do in the future? And once
And
you know what you want to do, you will have to decide what course will actually help you in getting there.
yes, definitely. So, like, I see some few people, like few of my friends, who are struggling with coursework and the job applications and all, because
Mm-hmm.
because of the criteria, like because the coursework in UB is not that easy, and like I see few I see few people from I have few friends at other universities such as University at Florida and SJSU, where the coursework is not that hard as UB,
Uh-huh.
and they can get good time for job applications and all.
Got it. So yeah, I think that's it for today, Sushant. Thank you so much for joining us. It was
Yes.
great talking to you and you sharing your entire application journey. Before we close, anything else you would want to share?
Nothing that's all.
Great. Thank you so much, Sushant. And again, thank you so much for joining us on a weekend. Um,
Yes,
have a great weekend ahead. And yeah, excited for you to be part of Gradvine and be a mentor with us.
sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Good
Okay.
night. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye bye.